Hi, I'm Liz Thompson.
Hi, I'm Jamie Splain.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Atkins.
Keep it switched to GPS 19.
Colors I've none, dark or light, red, white or blue. Cold as my touch, freezing. Summoned by name, I am the overseer of you.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Miss Frankenstein 2009, put on by the Cutler Middle School Drama Club. So just let me shadow the setting for you this evening. Our setting tonight is the stage of the Hauntatorium in Panic City, and it is the finals for the Miss Frankenstein pageant. So in just a moment, we'll be getting underway for Miss Frankenstein 2009. Hope you enjoy the show.
We've all had a wonderful time these past few days in Panic City, where we have all been royally entertained by the spectacle of the most gruesome, the most hideous, and the most diabolically gifted specimens of female ugliness ever to be assembled under one roof. Semi-finalists who will appear before you this evening are unquestionably the most frightening array of female spirits it has ever been our privilege to introduce. But before you meet these 10 unlucky unlovelies, I wish to present to you our chairman of the judges, a gentleman that needs no introduction, that distinguished patron of the lost, the one and only Beelzebub himself. Our second judge is no less distinguished in her own field of horror literature, that famed split personality, the demonical Dr. Jekyll and Mrs. Hyde. And for our third judge, we have a timeless beauty and a bit of a celebrity. Please welcome the star of the Addams Family, the cobwebs that keep the whole family together, Morticia Addams. As for our fourth and last judge, we have chosen one whose qualifications for the job at hand sprang from his own experience. I give you that well-known literary creation and beloved star of stage, screen, and television, the one, the only, the original Frankenstein's monster. Frank, you'll just have to step up to the mic here to say a few words.
My fellow monsters, my sister hags and heritance, greetings. I'm overwhelmed by this ovation. The credit for this, you know, belongs not to myself, but to my designer and creator, the brilliant young student for who I am named for. When Mary Shelley wrote her famous novel over 100 years ago, Little did she know that by destroying her hero, she would have created 1,000 monsters, providing delicious terrors, tremors, and traumas of the entire human race. This evening, we stand on the threshold of a new age in sorcery. This evening, we will see the Frankenstein crown bestowed on the female monster most worthy of this classic name. No one could have bestowed No one could have worn the diabolical diadem with greater horror than our winner of last year, Miss Witch of Wichita. But this evening, a new weirdie will take her place on the stage and in your heart. And to speed the exciting moment, I say, on with the show!
Thank you, Frank. And now, Madam Scaramelli will join me at the microphone to describe the gowns of the semifinalists. We are ready to begin.
First, let me say how absolutely spine-chilling it is to be here on this occasion to describe the frightful fashions which I'm sure will start a new trend in graveyard attire from coast to coast. The judges really have my sympathy in the all but impossible task of scoring the contestants in the costume category.
Thank you, Madam Scaramelli. Now, without further ado, we proudly present our first contestant, Miss Shroudsburg.
Miss Shroudsburg is wearing a lovely white sheet with long flowing sleeves, artfully slit to display her skeleton arms and bony shoulders. This full-length shroud falls full and free from the shoulders, and its simplicity is broken up only by patches of mold and muted tones of gray and green. Miss Shroudsburg's headdress is classical in style with a single bandage, a truly delightful touch, reminiscent of the bubonic plague era. The whole creation is simple but elegant in cut and design, and Miss Shroudsburg looks as fresh as she just stepped out of her own mausoleum.
The next aspirant for the Frankenstein crown is the wonderful Miss Tombstone Territory.
Here we have a medieval-style dark purple gown, complete with crimson crushed velvet sleeves and a matching front panel. The flowing floor-length dress has a golden black lacing on the bodice. The design is definitely one of the best we have seen.
Our next contestant, Miss Iceville.
Miss Iceville is a chilling vision in cobwebs of creativity. She is dressed in the signature color of the Black Widow. To accent her dramatic long hair, she is wearing orange leggings and a purple cape, reminiscent of the insects that spiders prey on. Bugs beware, she's just a web of scariness.
We would have our share of thrills tonight, and this is only the beginning. Next in the spotlight, Miss Vampire Village.
Miss Vampire Village is wearing a dramatic black and purple cape over a black dress. The close-fitting hood serves to accentuate her most astounding feature, the long, pointed fangs protruding from her upper jaw.
And now, from the haunted hills and hollows of the Old South, Miss Swampland.
Miss Swampland is the very picture of Okefenokee itself. She is wearing a black leotard and red tights suggestive of cypress roots, accented by a black skirt. Her headdress is made of a crown of leaves. Around her neck is a coiled necklace of snake. This is altogether as striking a costume as one might hope to see.
And now for our next semi-finalist, Miss District of Columbia.
I cannot find words to describe the creation worn by Miss District of Columbia. She is wearing a sleek gray dress with a grave souvenir, an emerald brooch. She is wearing a bandana that matches her pumpkin orange leaf headdress and her squash-colored shoes. Miss District of Columbia also has a lovely accessory, a shovel covered in grimy cobwebs, a perfect tool for grave robbing.
contestant is Miss Mummyapolis.
From ancient Egypt comes Miss Mummyapolis in the classic costume of the dead pharaohs. Swathed from head to foot in ceremonial wrappings turned brownish from centuries of entombment in the pyramids. Truly, Miss Mummyapolis claims to be the best dressed mummy of our century.
Next in our lineup is Miss Bloody Bluff.
Here, the Native American Indian motif takes over for a rational ensemble of buckskin, beads, and blanket. The supernatural element, however, is immediately apparent in the headdress, which consists of a brightly feathered arrow stuck directly through the contestant's cranium. In her right hand, Miss Bloody Bluff carries the most interesting accessory, a skin from her latest kill.
Our next contestant, Miss Dedensville.
Miss Dedensville walks on stage wearing a black flowing dress down to her ankles. She is also wearing a striking wide-brimmed hat. Her twisted rope belt adds this mystic medieval flair.
And now, the last of our semifinalists, Miss Huntsville, USA.
Miss Huntsville is wearing traditional ghostly garments associated with haunts around the world. She wears a black gown. Her accessories consist of a double girdle of chains trailing behind her and charming gloves to hide her bony knuckles. Around her neck, she has a large spider, which is the family crest. And now, Mr. Monster of Ceremonies, I turn the microphone over to you.
Thank you, Madam Scaramelli. Well, folks, what do you say to a great big hand for the little lady who has done such a fabulous job on these spooky fashions? And now for the talent part of our program. Our first contestant in the talent category is Miss Tombstone Territory. Miss Tombstone Territory is known and beloved by followers of Western movies the world over. A native of Graveyard Gulch, she has played hostess to such desperados as Jesse James, Wild Bill Hickok, and Billy the Kid. I give you Miss Tombstone Territory and her cello. Our second contestant today is Miss Iceville. She will be entertaining us with a chilling violin solo of French folk song. in our talented lineup is Miss Vampire Village, a sophomore at Grave City College, where she is majoring in biochemistry. She will demonstrate her skill in this field by performing an experiment whereby she changes water into blood. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Our third performing artist is that darling of the Deep South, Miss Swampland. Thank you, Miss Swampland. I don't mind telling you I am glad that Miss Swampland and her pet have withdrawn to a safe distance. Next, the lovely Miss Stroudsburg, a recent graduate of Old Scratch Academy and presently enrolled in Casket Conservatory, will favor us with her hula hooping talents. Our next contestant will be using 2 volunteers. Oh, I see we already have 2 lovely young ladies. Our next performer, endowed with the mystical powers of the supernatural, will conduct an experiment in hypnotism. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Miss Hauntsville.
I must ask for absolute quiet while I conduct my experiment. As you know, I have seen neither of these young people before, but I shall ask both of them to gaze into my magic mirror and subject their minds and their wills into my controlling force. Step forward, young lady, and tell us your name.
I am Valerie.
Are you old, Valerie?
No, I'm not old.
When you next speak, you'll be 80 years old and overcome with immense pain.
What do you mean? I don't feel... Ow! My leg! My leg!
Now, as I clap my hands, your pain will subside.
Oh, thank you. I feel much... Ow! Ow! My neck! Miss Hauntsville! Help! My back! Ow!
Now, as I clap my hands 3 times, your pain will cease and you will return to your own young, beautiful self. Well, how do you feel?
Fine, thank you.
No pains in your legs, neck, or back?
No, of course not. I told you I feel fine.
Well, I'm so glad to hear that. Now, our next young lady, step forward, please. How old are you?
I'm 12.
When you next speak, you'll be 4 years old and having a temper tantrum because you can't find your blankie. That's enough. When I stomp my feet 3 times, you will think that the monster of ceremonies has taken your blankie and you must get it back.
Where's my blanket? Give it back to me! Give it back!
Thank you very much for your cooperation. You may be seated.
I will thank you in the future to keep me out of your hypnotic shenanigans, Miss Huntsville. Our next contestant is Miss Dedensville. She will be entertaining us with her musical stylings.
Oh, when the ghouls come marching in. Oh, when the ghouls come marching in. Oh, how I want to be in that scare. When the ghouls come marching in.
Our next contestant is Miss Bloody Bluffs, who will be playing the song It's Halloween on the piano. Shows up at these contests never ceases to amaze me. And I am sure you will enjoy our next contestant, Miss District of Columbia. She will introduce us to the secret society of Ghouls Anonymous by presenting the theme song and ritual of the Royal Order Gula Gula.
Gula Gula.
After that romantic number, we will have a change of pace with Miss Mummyapolis and her mind-reading act. Ushers, please bring up the audience volunteers and their items. Miss Mummyapolis. Are you ready, Miss Mummyapolis?
I am ready.
Can you identify this object I'm holding up?
I think I hear a faint ticking. Is it a watch?
Correct, it is. How about this one?
I am not sure. I get the feeling of some sort of animal. Maybe a cow or a pig? Could it be something made of leather? A wallet, for instance?
Correct again, it is. Now I bet you can't guess this one.
I get the feeling of something light and fragrancy, like flowers. I should say a flower lay?
Correct again, it is a flower lay.
I'm sorry to interrupt this fascinating demonstration of your skill, Miss Mummyapolis, but we must proceed. Since we have reached the end of our talent show, we are ready for the final act of our Panic City pageant with the selection of Miss Frankenstein 2009. While our judges retire to select the 4 fatal finalists, please enjoy some refreshments in the cafeteria. We will see you back here in 15 minutes. Our judges have deliberated. But before we make our announcement of the 4 finalists, we proudly present our current wearer of the Frankenstein crown, Miss Witch of Wichita.
Before I transfer my royal robes and golden crown to one of the fantastic creatures you have met this evening, I'd like to tell you what this wonderful year as Miss Frankenstein has meant to me. I've traveled over every corner of the globe, scaring the wits out of hundreds of thousands of men, women, and children. You have no idea what this has meant to me and how much it will mean to my successor. In these days of digital 3D horror movies, it's good to know that people are still afraid of good old-fashioned spook. When I go back to Wichita, I promise you I'll never forget this wonderful year and all you wonderful, wonderful haunts and horrors that have made it possible. I thank you.
Wonderful, isn't she? And now, folks, we approach that thrilling, chilling moment we have all been waiting for. Mr. Beelzebub will make his report. Could we have all our frightening contestants please come back on stage for one final pose? Mr. Beelzebub?
Let me say first that this has been the most terrifying experience. To select the 4 finalists from this array of horrifying talent has been no small task, but we have done our best. I asked Dr. Jekyll and Miss Hyde and the lovely Morticia Adams to announce the names of the finalists.
Our first finalist is Miss Tombstone Territory. Our second finalist is Miss Vampire Village.
Number 3 in our final lineup, Miss Swampland. And finally, number 4. Oh, this is so exciting. Miss Stroudsburg. I am sure that your applause will tell us you approve our selection. Nice job, ladies.
There's no doubt about it. The audience is with you 100%. We now ask the non-finalists to leave the stage. Thank you very much, ladies. But before we make our Miss Frankenstein award, our final contestants must face still another hurdle, the question and answer portion of the show. Frankenstein himself holds a giant cauldron which contains the questions. Are you ready, Frankenstein?
I am quite ready. I will now ask each of our contestants to choose a question at random. Read your question carefully before you answer. Miss Tombstone Territory, you are first. Her question is, in your opinion, what is the gravest problem a modern monster must face in our society?
Well, in my opinion, the gravest problem a monster must face these days is the problem of housing. With all of the modern buildings going up and the scarcity of mansions, castles, and private estates, it's hard for a ghost to find a good place to haunt. If I'm selected as Miss Frankenstein, I will use my influence to try to preserve all the houses I can find, with suitable cellars, attics, secret staircases, and hidden rooms. Better housing for haunts will be my slogan.
Excellent, excellent. And now, Miss Vampire Village. Your question is, do you feel that modern movies and televisions are helping or harming your profession?
This is a very hard question to answer. In one way, I feel the media is helping the professional haunts and monsters by giving us new horror techniques. I must say, I have benefited personally from watching the Twilight Saga on the screen, and the few times I have been to a horror movie in the theater, I have been scared right out of my wits. But, on the other hand, these productions are making the general public so accustomed to seeing monsters, blood, and gore that they're becoming harder and harder to scare. I frequently get asked how working with my Edward from Twilight was. I don't believe these people think I'm the real thing. I'm not just some actor from the movies. All in all, I would say it's about 50-50, for us and against us.
A very good answer to a very difficult question. It leaves us right where we were before we asked it. Miss Swampland, there are only 2 questions left. Which will you choose? Your question is, what is your opinion of higher education for spooks?
Oh, I'm all for education. The higher the better. My own studies at the Institute of Advanced Spookology have greatly helped my career, and I would advise every aspiring spook to be at least a high school graduate. My own friends at Spook Academy are doing extremely well and plan to go on to the Institute someday when they graduate. No specter of today can be without higher education. Most commendable indeed. Now, my dear Miss Stroudsburg, this final question is for you. Would you like me to read it out loud?
Oh, please do. I'm so nervous.
All right. Describe your perfect monster mate.
Oh my, that is a very difficult question. I suppose I would like my future husband to be his own spirit and be very scary, of course. I would also like if he was well educated in spookyology. I would also like if we could work together to frighten the world. I'd make sure he had a great job and could sport a manger full of little goblins.
I am sure the judges have taken careful note of your answer, Miss Stroudsburg. And now, back to our monster of ceremonies.
Thank you very much, Frankenstein. Well, what a display of wit and intelligence we have witnessed here this evening. Any one of these 4 weirdies might just wear the Frankenstein crown with honor. But alas, only one will be chosen. In just a moment, the judges will deliver the envelope, which will make the final decision. As you know, the first 3 names to be read will constitute the Court of Honor, while the final one will be that of our new Miss Frankenstein. Aha, here is our envelope now. My fingers are all thumbs, you must excuse me. At last, the seal is broken, and our first lady of the court is Miss Swampland. Our second lady of the court is Miss Tombstone Territory. Listen, you can just about hear the heartbeat of our final 2 contestants. And now, our first runner-up is, drumroll please, Miss Stroudsburg. And here she is, Miss Vampire Village. our Miss Frankenstein 2009.
Congratulations, Miss Vampire Village. You'll make a terrified Miss Frankenstein.
Oh dear, everyone has just been so wonderful. I'm so proud to be found Miss Frankenstein. I just can't believe it.
Your royal robe, your golden crown, and now the most royal symbol of all, the golden orb. I now crown you Miss Frankenstein of 2009.
Welcome back. Thank you all for coming this evening, and before you leave, I just want to take a couple of minutes to show who is with us this evening and let them take a bow or a curtsy. First, I'd like to introduce to you our three backstage helpers. They just, anything I needed, yes, yes, they'll do whatever I need. So they are Finian O'Connor, Ariana Crispino, and Alyssa Fitzgerald. Our next two young ladies did absolutely anything else I needed. They've been absolutely wonderful. They've drawn the curtain, they've gotten everyone ready, and they are Rose O'Connor and Samantha Zod. In the parts of the audience members this evening, I have Nicole Greeter, Carly Meyer, and Katie Price. Playing our usher this evening, Isabella Collier. And our audience volunteers this evening, Valerie LaPlume and Madeline Sisson. Our former Miss Frankenstein, Miss Witch of Wichita, Katrina Cordelia. In the parts of our contestants, Miss Iceville, played by Amber Dickinson. Miss Dedensville, played by Eleanor Ensminger. Miss Hauntsville, USA, Mary Gregory. Miss Bloody Bluffs, played by Maggie Adams. Miss District of Columbia, Emma Stark. The following ladies are our Court of Honor, the runners-up. Miss Swampland, played by Morgan Tess. Miss Tombstone Territory, played by May Safransky. And Miss Stroudsburg, played by Rachel Luke. And next are Miss Frankenstein 2009, Miss Vampire Village, played by Rachel DeLarco. The lady that knows all the fashions, Madame Scarmelli, played by Nikisha Little. And our other contestant, Miss Mummyapolis, played by Allison Wilkinson. Our 4 esteemed judges, Morticia Adams, played by Michaela Popick. Frankenstein, played by Ben Bousquet. Dr. Jekyll and Miss Hyde, played by Olivia Johnson. Mr. Beelzebub, played by Nick O'Grady. And last but certainly not least, the monster of ceremonies, the one, the only, George Safransky. Ladies and gentlemen, our cast of Miss Frankenstein 2009.
I can't seem to face up to the facts. I'm tense and nervous and I can't relax. I can't sleep 'cause my bed's on fire. Don't touch me, I'm a real live wire. Psycho killer, qu'est-ce que c'est? Fa 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 fa. Better run, 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 run away. Oh, psycho killer, qu'est-ce que c'est? Fa 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 fa. Better run, run, run. I thought